Now the last thing I want to show you in this video is how to change what block your IA switches turn on and off. And what I mean by that is, again, we're in a bank size of 5, so these bottom switches are preset changes. These top switches are your instant access switches, which can turn your pitch block on and off, your chorus block on and off, whatever you want. But if you look closely, I have this one labeled pitch, but when I click it, it says compressor 1, and that's not what I want. By default, this button position is set for compressor 1. Now let's go up to here. I want rotary over here, but I press it and it says pitch 1. That's definitely not what I want. Delay 2, I want it here, but it says delay 1, XY. Instead, it's reverb 1. So I don't want that. I know where I want to put things, but they're not there. So let's show you how to rearrange the IA switches to where you want it. So first you're going to go into your Edit and MIDI menu, and you're going to page over 7 times to the right. And here you are. This is where the magic happens. So in this menu it says IA1, which actually is this first switch, IA2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The bottom row here of IA switches are only shown when you hit the reveal button, and I'll explain that in another video. But again, let's just go for the IA switches that are here, which are 6 through 17. So I'm on IA6, and right now it's saying the Axe-Fx setting it's changing is compressor 1. Well, again, I don't want that. I know I want pitch 1 to be turned on and off by this button. So we're going to hit parameter right to move our cursor, and then we're going to use our increase and decrease buttons to change it to whatever you want. Now again, I'm changing it to pitch 1, so we'll just go up until then. It's around here somewhere. Pitch 1, there it is. Cool. Now we want to change IA7 to chorus. So first we need to move the cursor back here so we can change the IA number. So let's hit either left or right. Again, it just wraps around. We need to change this to 7, so hit increase. And it's set to drive. I definitely don't want that. So let's set it to chorus. Parameter right, move the cursor, and then we'll go down because it's in alphabetical order, and we'll change it to chorus 1. Now I'm going to quickly just change the rest just to show you how this looks. So IA8 wants to be phaser. Actually, that one was set correctly, so that's cool. So IA9, I want it to be delay 1, not flanger. So we'll go to delay 1. IA10, I want it to be reverb, not chorus. Reverb 1. No, not XY. So be careful, in Axe-Fx 2 you have XY states. So make sure you're not setting it to reverb 1 XY. You're actually setting it to reverb 1, and I'll show you what that means, or what that looks like. There you go. So it's around here. So reverb 1. Again, that's very different than reverb 1 XY. Anyway, moving on. So the next one to compressor. And as you can see, if you want to move quickly, just hold the button down. It'll start scrolling. Comp 1. The next button I want to be rotary. The next one I want to be trem. Oh, there it was. And trem. The next one is delay 2. It's currently delay 1. I want it to be delay 2. There it is. The next one is I want it to be amp 1 XY. That's what I like there. So we'll switch it to 15 and then change it to amp 1 XY. Again, not amp 1. We want it to be amp 1 XY. So it's around here somewhere there. Amp 1 XY. Number 16, I want it to be my tap, which it currently is, my tempo. And the last one, oops, I want it 17. I want it to be my filter, which I use as a boost. So 17 is going to switch to filter 1. Not XY, filter 1. There we go, filter 1. So now I have all the switches set to how I like it. Now if we go back, if we leave this menu and go back to my preset, you can see certain lights have turned on now because these effects are present in my AxeFX layout. Since we're talking about IA switches, there's a feature in the MFC that allows you to save one more button to squeeze another IA in there, and that is to have your tap tempo button also be your tuner if you hold it. Now by default, button 17, which I have now set to filter or my boost, was also a tuner button. So I had a tap tempo button and I had a dedicated tuner button. Now that's kind of cool. Some people like to use the tuner to instantly mute their channel. So if you like that, go ahead and leave it. But I want this switch for my filter, and I can still get to my tuner using my tap tempo button. So to do this, we're going to go into our menu. We're going to go to Setup, and then we're going to hit page right 18 times, or we're just going to hit page left 7 times because it goes back around. And here we are. Hold Ax tap equals tuner. It's currently set off. I'm going to set this to on, and we're going to exit the menu. Now if I press the tap tempo, it functions as a normal tap tempo would. But if I hold the button, it displays my tuner both on the AxeFX and on the MFC screen. Now it's jumping around because I don't have anything plugged in, so it's trying to search for some signal. But basically I have my tuner there and there. Hit the same button again, or I can hit a preset button to get back, and there it is, I'm right back.